Hello. Sorry for the delay there. I was messing with cards while I was waiting for my camera to do what it does. I'm Jill. This is Healing Moon Tarot, and I am a hot mess express most of the time. So if you're going to watch me or interact with me, not always professional. All right. Been shuffling the cards and two cards keep coming out. So I already have them laid down because they need to be heard right now, apparently. So I was just sitting here thinking about how I wanted to do this weekly reading, try to do them a little bit different each time. So I'm just going to pull some cards and see how it goes. I don't think I'm going to do separate spreads. Like before, I might just pull a couple separate oracle cards at the end. So the two cards that kept coming out when I was thinking about where are people this week and what is the general problem or challenge or that kind of thing that's affecting people. And I got the Queen of Cups and the Hierophant. So the Queen of Cups is in a emotionally balanced, happy space of I'm able to give love. I may not be super logical all the time, but I am capable of sharing who I am with the people around me, and I have an emotional maturity about things, and can really be involved and connected and share heart space with people. And so I'm like, that's an amazing energy. These cards, like I said, came out multiple times this morning while I was shuffling. So I feel like I I just need to speak about them and see how it goes. And that's a really beautiful energy to be in where you feel like you're really sharing. And then the problem coming out as, or the challenge or the difficult elements happening right now with the Hierophant, uh, the sharing of love that's going on, or this true heart connection, may have you feeling differently about religion, about your spirituality, about who your teachers have been, who you teach, a relationship with learning. These are the main themes that may be coming up as a challenge. Reevaluating where you're at spiritually, reevaluating your relationship with your higher power, or reevaluating your relationship with where you gain your knowledge from in general, whether that be religious, just educational, just on the job training, wherever, whoever is your mentor, whoever helps you light the path for yourself and gives you insight. These are, I feel that there's a lot of us kind of reevaluating that. And with the astrological stuff that's going to be happening in May, I think it's going to continue, and it's going to be stronger of how people assess those kinds of things in their life and how they feel about where they are with those kinds of things. I'm not an astrologist. I know just enough to know that I don't know enough. But if you're interested in astrology at all, there are some heavy stuff. There's heavy things, big things coming throughout the month of May. And I know we're not there yet. We're still in April, but I feel like it's like we're amping up. And a lot of us may be in a phase where we're really adjusting our relationship to where and how we learn, whether that, regardless of how that learning affects our lives, whether it be spiritually or financially or whatever. So let's see where we're at. And I was going to say spiritually, and this card came out earlier too. This is weird, whatever. But spiritually, we have the Three of Coins. So you are probably, I feel like, looking for your tribe. That's kind of like a trendy thing people talk about now, like vibe, tribe vibe and stuff. But for real, you do spiritually, three, the Holy Trinity. I could go on with the symbology, but this card really speaks to me that it is becoming more and more important for people to interact and to support each other and to make compromises with each other and to facilitate group, to facilitate family, to facilitate that we are not singular. We all are in this together. We are all, we all are in our own alternate reality, yet we still affect each other. We still, it takes all of us for all of this world to function the way it does. And this week, it may be really important to take a look at that again with between where are you learning, who are you vibing with, who are the people around you, what kind of relationships do you have with these people, how are you supporting each other. This is like, I see him as like going back to the drawing board, but having a support team with him. And so spiritually speaking, I think that's a beautiful card, and it makes sense with the Hierophant to come out in that way. So let's see emotionally what we should maybe think about this week. And we have the Four of Wands. So emotionally, you may be feeling really good and settled, secure. You may be feeling like I have my four walls, so my house is secure and everything's okay. And or even maybe a celebration is happening this week, a gathering of some people to celebrate the accomplishment of something. But emotionally, that's in a good place. That's like you're having a good time, right? They look like they're having fun. They're dancing under, it looks like they're dancing under fireworks, and it seems like a good time to me. So looks like most of your stuff, your hard work's going on in your spiritual side of yourself, but emotionally you're feeling really good. And we're going to draw one more card for physically. Where are we physically feeling this week? I have my guesses. Let's see what comes out here for the group, the collective of us. So physically. And I have the Nine of Coins. So another amazing card of feeling really secure in your physical space. Like, these are beautiful cards. I think everybody's gonna have a darn good week. I really hope so anyway. Every time I see this card, I'm like, she fancy. Like, she owns her space. She feels very comfortable and secure in her physical surroundings because she made it. She's the one that put in the work, and she has created this life, so she feels very comfortable there. She feels very secure there. She's healthy and she's mindful of her body, and that's a really, really nice card to get, especially physical, because it's kind of, I mean, it's not a 10. Nines are really nice though. The energies that surround the nines are like this almost completion, and things get really exciting right before they come to an end, and with an end it's a stop and you have to start over again. So I'm like, I like the nines better than I like the tens, dude, because the tens, I'm like, oh man, I accomplished this, so now I gotta start over again, which, I mean, I love to do because I'm a Scorpio and I'm rebirthing constantly. I'm changing as a human being and evolving my perspectives quickly most of the time. But the Nine, I think, is a really great place to sit in for the week. I feel good in my space. I'm enjoying it, and I'm I'm appreciating it because I worked hard for it. I'm not going to take it for granted. And I'm just going to have gratitude for this lovely space that I've been working really hard to create for myself. There is some kind of fuzz thing. That was weird. All right. So now I'm going to pull some oracle cards, and I'm going to pull 3 different ones. So this will be like our choose one area. You can listen to all 3. You can just listen, just pick one of them. You can pick it before I turn it, or you can pick it after I've read all 3. I don't care. You can't do this wrong. Like, you'll hear what you need to hear from these. So let me just pick a couple here. Sorry, I thought I heard somebody come into my house, which nobody should be coming into my house right now. So, contemplation. It's so pretty. Higher ground. I feel like these are the ones I pulled last week. The big picture. These all seem extremely familiar to me. I'm still relatively new to working with this deck. And I seriously haven't even pulled half the cards because I keep pulling the same ones over and over again. So maybe I should take a hint and listen to what they're saying. But I'm going to read from the book just to provide a larger scope on what these cards were designed to mean. If I can read. So the first one I pulled was contemplation. It's so pretty. Enjoy your own company. This is a wonderful time for you to reorganize and consider the things you enjoy most in your life. Make a point of spending a little time allowing your mind to wander away from everyday concerns that occupy your time. Give yourself opportunity to be inspired. Ruminate on your inner voice and listen to your own counsel. Kind of see that as like the Hermit card in a way, but some of you, especially with this Hierophant coming up, it may be very important for you to go inside yourself, not listen to teachers, not listen to anyone preach at you. And I don't say that in a negative way, but even like YouTube videos on self-help or whatever it is. Where are all these fuzz things coming from? It may be time to turn off the TV, time to turn off YouTube, time to put down a book and appreciate the knowledge you've gained from others, but give yourself time to ruminate in it and pull what makes the most sense to you and what feels the best to you, and kind of reevaluate, as I was saying earlier, some of your spiritual stuff. I think that could be really beneficial this week. Higher ground. This one's so pretty too. All of these cards are gorgeous. But move your thoughts, emotions, and outlook to a new perspective. Take an overview of what's going on. Just through shifting your perspective, you will see the whole situation in a clearer light. A different course may become apparent. You will be able to focus on what is most important to you. Make a conscious effort to get above the situation. If there is nothing pressing in your life at the moment, consider something that may be unresolved from the past. Use the same idea of climbing above it with the intention of healing it. Once you achieve higher ground perspective, you may find yourself filled with peace, a beautiful outcome. So, just rising above, new perspective. I talk to this about with my kids quite frequently, and I'm like, when you're this close to a problem, it looks a whole lot different than when you're a mile away from it. So right now, especially like teenager lives, everything seems really big, but I feel like it's because their perspective is so short that smaller things that now that we're an adult, they seem like trivial, ridiculous stuff. But if we think back to when we were younger, it was a big deal, but I think it was because our perspective was so tight in what we were dealing with every day in school, and we just didn't have the life experiences that allowed us to pull our perspective back far enough sometimes. So I'm constantly reminding my kids, like, where's your perspective? Are you too close to the situation? Do you need to pull back a little bit, consider some other perspectives, try to see a wider view of things before you make a decision or get too emotionally attached to something, or blow things out of proportion because you're just too close. Another term I use is looking past the end of your own nose, because sometimes we're just so right here within ourselves and what's going on with us that we don't see other people. So I love these cards that remind us that perspective is so important, and it's really not that hard to pull yourself back a little bit and breathe once in a while. And it's amazingly beneficial, at least it has been in my life over and over and over again. And then our last one is the big picture. And these cards are so, like, all of them are kind of just playing together here. Again, she has a higher perspective, bigger picture. There's so much more going on than you realize. When we get up in our heads and overthink things, we start to miss much of what's going on in the world around us. You might be trying to micromanage a situation and are too focused on small details. Try looking at this from different angles. If you've been struggling with a problem or tough situation, this card can signal that you will find the answers if you stand back and view everything from a larger perspective or someone else's viewpoint. So yes, the meaning of these two cards are pretty similar, but just kind of thrown in a different direction. So I think we were all supposed to hear these messages. We were all supposed to give some time and attention to readjusting our perspectives a little bit and taking that time to listen to ourselves and get away from stuff a little bit more, so we have the space and time to come to our own conclusions and our own feelings. So I guess that's it this month. I know this is much different from what I typically do for a weekly read, but I enjoy doing it this way. If you have preferences, I like to hear them. I can't promise I'm going to do what you want me to, but I at least entertain the idea. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you like or don't like. And I know my lighting and stuff I'm figuring it out. I prefer to read outside, but that can be challenging with filming and stuff. So I'm still playing around, and hopefully that will all get sorted soon, and our May monthly reading, general readings per zodiac sign, are going to be out soon. Hopefully I get that done. And I just hope everybody has an amazing week, because at the very least, these cards have given us amazing things to think about and to consider in our lives, and it is a pretty awesome life we live if we're willing to look at it that way, regardless of who you are, where you are, what's going on in your life. I know we all have things to be grateful for, and I am very grateful to be on this planet and to be serving this world in the capacity that I am, and I like being me, and I like my journey, and I really hope you're liking yours too. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please message me or comment or whatever. I'm always happy to chat with people, and I will see you soon. Be well. Bye.